Hey, good evening. Got a new tool, Bauer 8 amp, 1100 RPM, 4.5 angle grinder with trigger switch. We'll figure out what that is. I don't think it's anything unusual. This is the corded version. Wanted to compare it to the cordless version. So let's see what we got. So, pretty basic tool, some assembly required, very heavy motor. 11 amps, and there's the switch. That's convenient. And it has a push button to hold it in. Feels good. I don't know how good, but let's put the guard on. Highly recommend you use the guard. It's got a key right here. It can only go in certain positions. So it goes in there and then can spin. So it's almost like a retaining ring after that. Well, that's good. So you have to put the retaining bit, which is this little indentation, right here in this eyelet, and you put that in. And once you do that, it will rotate, but that keeps it from coming off. That's a little safety feature. And I like that you can move this fairly easily. So you can change it while you're working without having a wrench. Okay, so pretty basic. Most grinders have some type of tool like this. And they usually have a motor lock button, and there it is. Motor lock goes like that. And this spans 2 of the holes. They give you 4 for versatility. There's the lock. So loosen that, and you take the outer one off, leave the inner one on, and you can either get a grinding wheel or a cutoff wheel. Up till now, I've kept one grinder with a grinding wheel and one grinder with a cutoff wheel, so I don't have to change wheels as often. So I have a 4.5 inch cutoff wheel from my other grinders. Okay, once you take the outer one off, the inner one will come off, and it's keyed. It has a slot cut through the center, and that will only go on one way. There you go. Okay, that fits on just fine. This one has 2 positions. It has an inset and an outset. Now the outset goes in if you have a grinding wheel. It goes out if you have a cutoff wheel. So you got to get that on the inner flange. There we go. Now we'll lock the wheel. The cord here at the bottom makes sense when you're using it, but when you're setting it up, that's eventually going to make that cord go bad if I keep doing that. There, got the motor lock. It's a little awkward. It's not that bad. What I run into a lot of times is I'm trying to show what I'm doing, and I have to hold it in a way that makes it awkward for me. So this looks like a good grinder. You always lay them backside down. And this is one beefy handle. Believe it or not, the bigger is more ergonomic. So that just twists on. And it has 2 of those. So if you're left or right-handed, you can adjust that. Now, that feels good. Let's see how it sounds. Pulls a couple amps because it's dimming the lights just a tiny bit. Okay, so ergonomic, it feels good in your hands. I think you could use it for a while before you got repetitive stress syndrome. Okay, it says 5/8 arbor by 11 thread per inch spindle, 4.5 inch capacity, 11,000 RPMs max, 64742 seems to be the 5-digit part number. Okay, why did I buy this? Well, I need to cut a piece of metal. I need a piece of metal 200 millimeters by 300 millimeters. What I'm going to do is cut an end off of this, and then I'll start measuring. Now if I've got this on this side, I have to cut like this, or reverse this and cut like this. And I think I like that better, so I'm going to reverse this. That switch, it's so convenient, it's too convenient, because I keep wanting to grab it here. It's just a matter of time until I accidentally hit that. So just screw this on the other side. If you remember, there's a layer of wood under here. I just screw that into the layer of wood. Now another thing, be very careful when you do this, is you can just spin that around now. Clamp it back down. But you gotta be real careful doing that. Apparently when I was using it, I bent this guard, and that blade is now against it. It's got a cut into it. So before I use it again, I'll have to cut that. There's an overview and a use. It seems like it has plenty of power. I don't know that I bogged it down any when I was cutting. Of course, I was cutting a very thin piece of steel. I'm liking this. It feels good in your hands. The switch is too convenient. This is easy to do. Needless to say, you should unplug it before you change the guard or the blade. That gets in the way if I want it a certain way. I'm going to reverse this anyway. I don't see that as a big problem, but it is a cause for minor concern. Put it on the other side. See what we can do. Now that I like. This, not so much. I like this cut and I like this cut. I don't like that cut. I got to finish this, sand it off, paint it, and then I've got to see about drilling the holes to mount it on the Y-axis. So if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.